What's up? What's good? Matt Clark here at the new Matt Clark. How are each and every one of you doing? I'm doing great. Just a video on the 3 most surprising pros with my recovery. Stay tuned for a great video. Love ya, the new Matt Clark.
These the fees, don't forget the money, man.
I just want to say to each of my new subscribers, because we've jumped up to something like 940 or 950, it keeps fluctuating up and down, that I appreciate each and every one of you. And to all my old and ride or dies, you guys have no idea how much it means to me that you guys ride with me every time, and it just means the world. So thank you. Thank you for sticking by me. Thank you for your support. And hopefully this video will motivate some of you to improve your lives. So this is the 3 most surprising pros to my recovery. These are the 3 things that I feel have been the biggest surprise to me in terms of a positive. And I hope that by sharing these things with you, you guys can learn from them, and maybe it'll motivate you to change, because a lot of people have a hard time seeing that this will come. So the number 3 biggest surprise for me was how quickly things turned around. Like, honestly, I went through 6 months recovery, and I was honestly out in the street for like a month. I was going to meetings and stuff like that, and I had met somebody in a meeting, and he had offered me a job. He said, he never offered me a job. What he said is, I can get you an interview, and from there it's up to you. So he got me the interview. I went in there, and I was honest about my life. I was honest about decisions that I'd made, because I knew that the person who was getting me the interview would be sharing this stuff with them anyways. So that was the greatest part of this, was that I was able to be honest, right? And that they hired me despite that, and that I've been able to move forward with the company, have a good job, and honestly just be way more successful in my own life, in the way I feel about myself. And this all happened within literally a month of me being on the street. So please, 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 if you're just even thinking about changing, getting sober, changing your criminal lifestyle, anything like that, just understand that as soon as you are giving off positive energy and moving forward positively, and people can see that radiating off of you, and people can see the pride, and people can see the honesty, people will take to you and want to help you. And honestly, doors started open for me like crazy. And that was one of the reasons why I decided to get into this YouTube thing, was because I felt like, obviously I've explained this before, but I obviously feel like one of the ways that I can repay my debt is by sharing my story and trying to educate people and advise people before they make these decisions. And maybe by my experiences, they can learn not to do these things. So hopefully also I can share my positive experiences, and these will also help you learn. So the number 3 biggest surprise with my recovery in terms of positivity was how quickly things turned around for me. It was amazing. Got a great job right away, and it was all because of how positive I was. The person told me that he could see how real and genuine I was being, and how he could see how genuine I wanted to change. So that is the number 3 biggest surprise in terms of pros with my recovery. Now, the number 2 biggest surprise in terms of pros with my recovery was the fact that I actually do have friends, and good friends. This is something I never thought, right? I thought that everybody had abandoned me, and I thought that the people I was using with and doing crime with and in jail with and all these things, and a lot of people that I was in jail with were my friends, but I'm talking about the people I was using with and in the subculture and that stuff, right? So all of these people that I thought were my friends actually weren't, because they were leading me astray, right? Like, a true friend isn't going to tell you to do something bad for your health, isn't going to tell you to do something that's going to get you locked up. A true friend isn't going to do that. So I had my priorities backed up. And the reality is, as soon as people saw that my change was genuine, my real friends started coming back into my life. And I honestly felt before like this is something that I wouldn't accept. that if people tried to come back and, be my friend because I was, suddenly a different person, that I would refuse that because where were they before? But honestly, now that I'm sober, I get it. These people have lives, they have families, they have kids, and the way that I was living, I would be literally putting their life, their freedom, their families at risk every time I step into their house. And is that fair to them? I don't think that's fair to them. So, it was unfair for me to have resentment towards these people. And the reality is that I actually do have good friends. And it's been great. People have been reaching out to me. And some people I've chosen not to reach back out to because I don't always feel like everybody's genuine. But it's been great, the amount of support that I've gotten from people that I thought were long lost and gone. So if any of those people are watching this, you know who you are. I'm not going to say any names. I just want to say that I appreciate you and I appreciate your support. It means the world to me. I really don't even have any words to explain how special that is to me. So thank you very much. So the number 2 most important pro in terms of my recovery is the fact that I actually do have friends. I actually do have good friends. You know what I mean? I actually have people that care about me and check for me every day now that they know that I'm living responsibly and I won't put their lives at risk. You know what I mean? So, and the number 1 biggest surprise in terms of pros, in terms of my recovery, I guess, was the fact that I am so full of joy, I'm so full of motivation, I'm so full of determination, and I just want to help people. And although I'm working 50 hours a week and I'm doing videos and I'm editing and I'm trying to get this and get that together, and it's a lot, but honestly, it's the happiest I've ever been in my life. And sometimes I feel super tired and I feel like I just want to fall down and just quit, but those are very few and far between now. And I'm now at the point where I can literally wake up every day with a smile on my face. And I wake up at 5:30, 6 o'clock a.m. every day, including the weekend. I go to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I have a great relationship where I don't fight. There's trust involved. My relationship with my family is really good. This is all stuff that I didn't think would happen, especially this quickly. All I can say is that I'm grateful, and every day I wake up, I think about how crappy my life was and the crazy stuff that I put myself through. Like, I still think back at that stuff and think, why would you do that? High-speed chases, putting myself at risk. High-risk drug use, putting myself at risk. High-risk crime, putting myself at risk. High-risk violence, putting myself at risk. Like, why would I do these things? I came from a good home. I came from a good place. I have a good mind. You know what I mean? So for me, it was all confusion and my priorities just being twisted up, jacked up, and this resentment that I built towards the whole world. And by sharing these 3 things, I hope that motivates people who are still having a hard time grasping why they're doing this. Because for the longest time, I could not see myself sober. Like, it wasn't that I didn't feel like I could do it. I just didn't want to do it. I thought, why would I want to be sober? Like, honestly, like, what in life is so good that I would want to be sober for it? I just didn't get it. And that was the addict that had totally taken over my brain, and I was totally functioning as a different person. A lot of the things that I was doing, I would never consider doing now, in my sobriety. So, anyways, I just hope that list, number 3, how quickly things turned around. Number two, the fact that I actually do have friends. And number 1, my joy, my motivation, and my determination, and how quickly these things turned around for me. And I really just hope that this video motivates you. It gets out to everybody who's struggling. I know there's lots of you out there. You can reach me on Instagram at the new Matt Clark, all small letters. Just reach out and I'll try to hit you back as soon as I can. I know I get a lot of messages, so I can't always just bang, bang, get back to them as soon as you send them. But I promise I will do my best. if you could please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button and bell notification button. Please share with somebody on Facebook or any of those things. And if you would like to donate and support the channel, you could. There'll be a PayPal option in the description. Please just have a great day. The new Matt Clark.